Happy Thursday, Sean.
Happy Thursday.
Welcome again, viewers, to the Single Mommy Hustle. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey.
Oh, God, it's so good. God is so good.
All the time.
Baby, it's been an amazing week this week for me. What's been up with you this week?
Some of everything, but he is good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some of everything. Yeah. So once again, we're doing this Pink and Purple month here at the Single Mommy Hustle. This is our fourth episode, but of the Pink and Purple month. But this is our 10th episode of the Single Mommy Hustle. I think that's a big deal.
Yeah, that is a big deal.
I think it's a big deal.
Number 10.
10. 10.
Number 10.
Yeah, number 10.
That's
So,
what's up.
we do have some guests here with us tonight, and I'm very excited about it. I love it when we have people with us that are just beautiful people. And I get so excited whenever I have close friends and people that I know and love around. It just makes things feel so much better. So today we have Miss Chacrice Miles. That's my shooby shoo.
Shooby shoo.
Shooby shoo. Shooby shoo. Don't play no games with the shoes there now. I have to hurt you. Chacrice Miles is the executive director and founder of a wonderful organization here in Detroit. And I'll let her talk more about that. But I have known her maybe 8-9 years, close to 10 years. I've had the pleasure to travel with her nationally and be trained on domestic violence and culturally specific work. Fun fact, did you know that the hotel,
Fun fact.
did you know that the hotel that we stayed in Chicago was the hotel that Kanika was in?
What?
Yes!
Oh, no.
That's not an applause, Miles.
That's not applause. That's
Kanika,
the young lady
the
they
little
found
girl
in the
that died.
freezer.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, my.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you remember how beautiful that hotel was?
Yes, it was.
Yep. The Crown Plaza.
It was.
Yep.
That's the one out by the airport.
Yeah, we wasn't
back.
far. We had got a shuttle there, but from the
Riverdale.
airport.
Because I
or
stayed
something?
out there before, too.
Was it like Riverdale?
So I know where
or
it's at.
something?
Rosemont or something it's
I
called.
can't remember.
It's by the airport. Because I stayed at the Doubletree out there before.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about. What hotel?
Yeah. So
Wow.
we that's where we were the last time we traveled together. I believe that was the last time we traveled together. When we went to a training in Chicago, and it was awesome.
More to come.
Yeah, more to come. So, Chacrice, you mind telling us who you are, what you do, shooby shoo, how you get down out here in these Detroit
Shoob,
streets?
I like it. No, I like a good nickname.
Yes, we do get down in the trenches. Good evening, everybody. I'm Chacrice Miles of Transition 123, nonprofit Christian-based organization in the city of Detroit. We have been around for over 10 years, going on probably 13 or something since like 2003. We've been housing homeless women and women of domestic violence. We provide transitional housing for them, the basic essentials that they need, different resources. We have a 3-phase program that we build them from the inside out and build their self-esteem, their self-worth, and move them to a place of apex in their life. Our goal is to just love on them, have fun with them, try to not be a parent, but put them in a space of giving them the tools that they didn't know that they need, if they're receptive to them. So we've been around, and we do walks and different things to move in the community, to help the community get involved. So we're here. We've been fighting this journey for a long time because I was a survivor, and we moved into how can we be a better help, me and my family. So it's been exciting. It's been an up and down roller coaster, but we still here. Our doors never closed.
What about the Speak Not Beat?
Speak Not Beat. Speaking of Speak Not Beat, we have done a lot of outreach, but we want to do another Pause for the Cause walk in the city. I know it's COVID, so the last couple of years we've been more focusing on housing because people need more housing. But our Speak Not Beat is just a national initiative to end domestic violence, that we speak more and, fight less. So our goal is to communicate, learn how to communicate with our intimate relationship partners, so we can be more loving and caring. But all those different things is a taught thing because everybody don't know how to communicate. Communication is a skill, and I had to learn it myself.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So we have another beautiful woman here with us. This is Miss LaChetta Johnson. Hey girl. Hey girl. How you doing? I am so happy that LaChetta is here. Another fun fact.
Fun fact. I like that.
Another fun fact. My car.
How y'all laughing? They even got it out yet.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm a cornball. But anyway, so when I first met LaChetta, she was working with LaDonna. Remember LaDonna? She was working with her, and her organization is called SAS. S-A-A-S.
Right.
So I saved her name as LaChetta SAS.
Okay.
It's never changed in my phone. So now when I get a text message from her in my car, it says, "You have a new text message from LaChetta Sauce."
So we're so goofy. The other day, I was sitting in our car, so she say, "Text me." I'm like, "Yes,
Text me now."
So I just kept texting her just so I can hear it say, "LaChetta Sauce." LaChetta Sauce. I said, at least it says my name, right?
Right.
That's not often. And our car's so proper.
It is. I'm like, can I change the accent on it?
Right.
Like, give it a
Little
little
hood.
Hood to it,
deeper
little
on
twang
it.
or something.
Like,
Very
girl, you
sassy.
got a call from LaChetta.
Right.
LaChetta calling.
Right. LaChetta Sauce. LaChetta Sauce.
Oh, my God.
LaChetta
Too
is
funny.
amazing. LaChetta is a domestic violence advocate. I think we've known each other maybe like 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5
now.
years.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we too have also traveled nationally together.
Yes.
Recently to New Mexico.
Oh, she went to New Mexico when y'all went?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
I'm
my
one of
travel
them
buddy.
divas.
That was
Yeah.
she took care of me. Look, Cheddar was like, what? It's us. We out. Let's
We
go.
was out.
At each other
That's
back.
what's up.
And it was interesting because that was our first time spending like close time together for an extended amount of time. So we really got to know each other a whole lot better.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And LaChetta is one of the sweetest people I have ever met in my life.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah. And fun fact.
Fun fact. You got to start using that. Fun fact.
So Sean, remember when I was sick and Sean brought me home from the hospital and I was telling you the only person that was looking out for me was my sister Sean. This is who had groceries delivered to me.
Oh, okay.
Remember when
You
I was
did say
crying?
that. Yeah, she was crying. Like, oh, my. She had to deliver groceries to my house. I didn't know they can do that.
That's before
Yes.
COVID, right?
Yes,
It was before COVID.
It was before COVID.
All I know is that after we came back, I know my friend had a lot of stuff going on while we were in New Mexico. A lot of stuff was popping.
Yeah. We had
Okay, this
fun.
diva, she was making it happen. We were all there making sure she was covered.
Yeah.
When we got back in the city, I couldn't catch her. I said, "What? Did she
Just
ghost me?
disappeared.
I know you ain't ghost me. You know, like let me
Right.
explain. I will pull up on you. Okay, you know." But she finally called me back, and I'm like, "Lord, my friend almost was a ghost.
Yeah.
Like, where, what,
Yeah.
when, and what do you need right
Yeah.
now?" You know,
Cheddar didn't
so,
hesitate.
Do
She
not.
she was like, have Elise write a list.
Yes.
And you know me, I'm
Ooh,
like,
that's a blessing.
We'll figure it out.
No.
She was like, nah,
It's
you ain't
already
got to
done.
figure it out.
Exactly. It's
just-
already done.
I know the
Amen.
address. I'm about to have it sent. Matter of fact, I'm going to
Yes.
just order some
I'ma
stuff
order some
for you.
stuff.
Yes.
You know, so I hope you drink whole milk.
Right.
I don't know, since at least you don't
Right,
know.
or
At least
somebody
you
drink
some
it.
Right. Cocoa Puffs.
And you know,
What?
Elise got the weirdest diet ever. So that kind of made me feel a little bit more self-conscious and even asking or receiving help because it's like she she don't eat a
Certain
lot of
stuff.
things,
Mhm.
and the things that she does like are a little bit more pricey, you know, with
Right.
the organic.
And
And,
that's not a problem.
and she was like, I don't care,
No.
whatever she want, we got it.
Amen.
And I understand that because my kids are very picky. Well, I have one two that's extremely picky. Like, I have a baby that does not eat burgers. He only eats chicken nuggets. That's it. Like, that is the only thing, only meat. He won't eat spaghetti. He'll take the meat out the spaghetti.
Oh man,
Very picky, very picky. And then my kids have different allergies, and I have different allergies. So therefore,
okay.
I understand. That's why it was so important to get a list, so I didn't send anything that can cause any more damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was say, girl, this is already done. Jesus
right.
already paid it all, so don't worry about it.
So Cheddar, you are a blessing. You were a blessing to me and my daughter, and Imani, because she was happy to know somebody looked out for me. But tell us more about the House of Kadence.
The House of Cadence is a faith-based, culturally specific, nonprofit organization. I started this organization. I am the founder. I started the organization back in 2011. I used to be a CPS worker, and sitting at my desk, I would get so many cases regarding domestic violence. So with having to follow policy and procedures, you know, both parents are responsible, you know, for the abuse if the child sustained any abuse. But sitting there, I would get so angry looking at these cases and knowing what we'll have to do. So my thing is, so we're going to remove this child from this mother who is the victim
Yeah,
of this
we're
abuse.
gonna re-victimize.
So we're
Right.
going to re-victimize her by snatching her child from her.
Right.
I don't think so. You know, so
Yeah.
I was one of those workers that would get in the trench with mine. You know, I tell my clients, I'm gonna work as hard as you do, and when I see you working hard, I'm gonna go double. You know, I got your back. You know, this is something that's doable. You know, I'm here to make sure you get through it. You know, I don't want your baby. I ain't got no place to take him.
I don't want your baby.
I don't want your baby. You know, I want you to keep.
I want
your
you to
baby.
want your baby.
Right.
I need
Amen.
you. I need you to want your
Right.
baby.
Yes.
Okay? You know, and that's what you know I used to do. So I was backed by a wonderful team. Team 4200. What's up? I know y'all watching. Right? I had
LaChetta sauce.
LaChetta sauce. But I had the bomb supervisor. When I say, she said, "What you want to do?
Let's do it.
Let's do it." She had said, "Get that minivan, my teammates, what you need." We will be out at 2:00 in the morning dropping people off to the shelters.
See,
I know that's right.
See,
Okay,
That's real advocacy
we would
work.
drive them to the because 2:00 in the morning is safe right then, right? Because he ain't there. We got these babies. The shelter already know we come in. We sneaking through the back door. Don't you
Right.
just don't leave it.
Yes.
So, and that's what we do. The House of Cadence. We are culturally specific because we know as Black women we have different help seeking behaviors. Okay, so because I'm popping my lip and I'm all agitated and all this stuff, that
Right.
don't mean that I just didn't get my butt beat.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
or that
it's-
famous word,
Right,
non-compliant.
non-compliant, or I'm so strong.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
a double-edged,
Yeah.
sword right there. I'm strong because
Right.
he hit me and I hit him back.
Okay.
you know?
Right.
It still don't mean
Because my
Right.
mama said,
Right, 'cause
Right,
my
'cause
mama
my
said,
mama
don't let
said,
nobody
don't let nobody
hit
hit
you.
you.
Okay, that goes for
let
girls
nobody
and
put your
boys. Don't
hands
let
on
nobody
you.
put that. Okay, so
I think when me and Sean was talking about that last week, you had said something to me like, "Yeah, girl," because I was like, "Oh no, you gonna fight me? I'm gonna fight you
you
back."
back.
I got
Okay.
reflexes
Yes.
too.
Okay,
Yes.
that's okay. Because I grew up in an era where my mama say, "You got into a fight. Did you win?" You know, and if I say no, well, she'll
back.
tell you just like not go back. She'll say, "Well, that's fine, because when you come in here, I'm tapping it, and everybody else in here don't you ever come back and tell me you lost the fight." I'm like, "Well, mom, no hug, no, it's
Right.
okay."
It's okay.
So I wasn't
You'll do
losing no
better
fights
next
when I was a
time.
kid, okay? I'm trying to avoid fights, turn the other cheek, none of that, But because of that, and I know that because I'm a Black woman, right? You know, I'm a survivor in many different ways, and I was one of those survivors that didn't even know I was in domestic violence because I'm strong, right? Because if you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back, and I'm gonna hit you harder, you know. And if you push me, okay, that's what I'm saying. Knock you to the white meat show, okay? So, but that still didn't make it right.
That's right.
You know, so
It's still traumatizing.
it's
too.
Yes,
still
it is.
traumatizing, you know. So with the House of Kadence, what we do is we bring hope and healing to our survivors and victims, especially women with their children who's facing homelessness, because we know as a result of domestic violence, it also equals to homelessness.
Right. Absolutely.
A lot of times you gotta leave.
You gotta leave, and sometimes you gotta leave with nothing because you're running for your life, literally. You know, and that's important. We have to make sure that we sustain life. So that's what we do. We provide hope and healing for our survivors and victims. We make sure that they have access to safe, suitable shelters. We do direct case management.
Right. That's important.
Yeah, so because we're going to hold your hand through this. You know, we're not just about to say, oh, well, I gave her referrals. Nope. I'm going to hold your hand and I'm going to call these referrals for you. I'm going to take you to where you need to go.
All right.
I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to do these things for you. So we make sure that
Let
they
me
get
just
all of
pause
it.
for the cause, right?
Hey.
Every time I keep looking on here and looking on Miles, the engineer screen, Cheddar, you look beautiful. Like you are glowing.
African queen.
Chocolate LaChetta sauce.
That's that LaChetta sauce.
Okay,
LaChetta sauce.
That's LaChetta.
No, like when you go back and watch,
Yes, he is though.
like you are really like shining through on this mug. Come through, Black girl.
Thank you, girl. Won't he do it?
Won't he will.
Won't he willie? Okay. So we're just some goofballs over here having a good time, honey.
So here's another fun fact.
Fun fact.
Tonight is just full of fun facts. So this past week,
Yes.
you know, I heard I was on the news.
Yeah.
I don't watch TV, so I never, ever, ever see myself when I make it on the news. I never see myself, ever. I'd be like, oh, I was. Did I look okay? Did I
I know, right?
My auntie was sending me screenshots or pictures of her TV, like, you look good. You look good. I'm like, thank you. Because then that was at like midnight. So it had been came on.
Dang.
I never, ever, ever watch the news, number one, if I do watch TV. Because it's hard for me
hate
to
it.
get rid
It's
of
so-
it. You know, and detox from it.
Especially nowadays, it's like really bad. I can't watch.
Yeah. Right now it's super bad.
Yeah.
And we're already being overloaded with the political race and so much
But
information.
yeah, it's
But-
too much right now.
So the event that was covered on the news, LaChetta and Chacrice were there with me.
Yay!
Advocacy.
That was the fun fact.
That's
Fun fact.
Yeah. So they were there with me, and it was cool. It was real cool to just surround her and hug on her and love on her, and to have, you know, someone that I glean from and learn from, Chacrice, there, and for her to empower, and the young lady does hair and Chacrice does
Yes,
hair.
that was like a mini me, you know, for real. Just thinking back, she had 2 kids, you know, she was doing hair and nails. I'm looking like, wow.
Y'all blessed her too.
Yeah, it was something nice.
Yeah, but then to have Cheddar there, and for us to be doing this current national project together on the intersection of domestic violence and the child welfare system, and to see how the police department did not re-victimize this young lady.
Yes.
You know, her circumstances.
Shout out to them for
Shout out to
that.
DPD.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
That's a very big
is.
deal. Yeah.
And you both were there
Long
last year
time
for our
coming.
event. Yeah. And how how passionate Commander Russell was about making sure that all 3 components came together at one time. You know, with the survivors, the service providers, and the police department in one room. So she was like, this year, we got to do it big. We got to do it bigger than that. And so it was amazing. How did you feel about the shoot?
I was just overwhelmed, you know, to be in that motorcad, you know, to go to her house. We was deep. We was going.
It was like the president was coming down the
Yes.
street or
Y'all had a
something.
whole-
We had to-
yeah.
But you know,
People
and
came
everybody
out
in
with
the
their cameras.
neighborhood, they kind of thought like it was a raid,
Yes,
but it wasn't a
I was about
raid.
to say,
It
they
was, you
probably
know,
like, what is going
that's
on?
right. And
The
I was
police
telling
is
her to bring your
everywhere.
balloons out because you know, it's
is a
not
good
something
thing.
bad. It was
It
a
was
good
something
thing.
good. Mhm.
And for the police officers to collaborate, was like heart touching for me, because we've been striving for so many years, because the police department have always re-victimized the women when they show up. You know, you should have left him. You know, very stereotypical.
Make 'em feel bad.
Make them feel bad. Lock them up. Even lock
Yeah,
some
lock
of them
'em
up
up.
because you know they
Oh,
figure
I remember
they
that
being
one time I had went to
disrespectful.
jail.
But you know, if he hit you, you know, did they put you in jail too?
It wasn't for domestic violence.
Oh, running off at your mouth.
happened?
No, it wasn't none of that.
I was gonna say you ain't tell me that.
Right.
Y'all know Dearborn be irritating. I'm full with 12 at
Okay.
Dearborn.
Girl, who?
Especially not at
But-
night.
Yes.
Not a day. But so I was in jail, right?
I understand.
Okay, you was in jail. What
We got
happened?
it.
What happened? So, you know, I'm a little weird, a little silly. So I'm sitting in there with all these women like, what you do?
Right. What you ain't
Trying
here
to see
for?
if they're as bad as yours
Is
or
you a
Right.
killer? Do you need to be isolated by yourself?
Right.
I
Do
wanna
I need to be in here with you?
Because I'm just on like a low level
I'm in
ticky
here
type
on a
of thing. Like
misdemeanor,
a
right? Like a misdemeanor type charge.
Erica sitting at the gate, swing low.
With the 10 cup.
what you say? Sean say, look, like try to look. You had your flag up,
Right? I was
Peace.
like, once I noticed I probably was tougher than some of them people, and I'm
was
not tough
okay.
at all. I was like, okay, yeah, we good. But
Good.
I did hear, because I was asking people, like, so what happened? What you do? And a few, like 3 women actually told me they were arrested for domestic violence.
Wow.
Yep.
They had got jumped on.
Yep.
A neighbor called the police, or they called the police.
Yep.
And when
And
the
they end up
officer
going to
got
jail.
there,
Yep.
they had to take the primary aggressor.
That's
At that
it.
moment.
And they don't understand that she has just been beaten on. So
Yeah.
she's trying to, you know,
Yeah.
express herself and, you know, tell what happened. And they tell you to shut up, be
Yep.
quiet,
Right.
I'm in control.
Ma'am,
you know, I
calm
just
down.
had
It's a
a
power
bad
and
upset in
These
my
control.
were
head.
all women of color.
Yes.
Yeah.
These
And
were all women of color.
And the thing is with domestic violence,
That
it's
brunch
about
was
what?
awesome.
Power and control. And then when
Yep.
you have the police come in there, they're what? Power and control, right? So now you are re-victimizing the victim, and what they also may not realize is that this ain't the first time this happened.
Yeah.
This may be the time where I got fed up
Yep.
and I finally
Yep.
decided to
Yep.
fight
Fight
back.
back.
You know, so this is the moment that just broke it, where I'm like, I'm done. Put your hands on me again, you know.
Right.
Or I've even seen it where the man completely the aggressor,
Yeah.
right? Woman bleeding. He got a scratch.
Yep.
And he comes out because he's so calm, because he's a
Say she did it.
Yeah, because
this is what he does.
Yeah.
He comes out, man, she drunk again.
Master
You know, we get there,
manipulator.
so I end
Yep.
up holding her down and master manipulator. Right?
Yes.
So when we come out, I'm tired of this, and you know, you shoot and you all hype because your
right.
endorsements are high.
And then they say they've been there. This our third time being
being
here, or
And-
something
and
like
that's- and
that.
that's what
And
I
you
was
were
getting
like
ready to
this
say.
before, you know. So
one lady in
not to
particular
negate-
said to me, she said, the officer knows us. And the officer has hung out with him at the bar. And another lady said to me, well, a woman of color, she said, well, I went because they told us they had to lock up somebody.
Yep.
Because they came out, they had to lock up somebody.
So who
She
won?
said, but he's an illegal immigrant.
Yep.
And I would prefer to go than him
Yep.
because
Oh,
he
'cause
makes
they was
more
gonna-
money than me.
wow.
And that's what we do
Wow.
also. We're gonna protect the breadwinner.
Yep.
You know? So it's
I just want him to stop fighting me.
Yeah.
Right.
But I don't want him to get
I don't
deported.
want him to go to
Absolutely.
jail.
Yeah.
And I need him here, you know. So I'm gonna do what I need to do, so just take me. Right.
Wow.
Yep.
And that's what
Wow.
and that's okay. So but the problem is
Still have
when
to
you
come
get
back.
the police right, I gotta come back to this. But you can't have a police. Why would you leave? Are you stupid? No, she's not. She's in survival.
Yep.
Right.
She's surviving right now.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what
So
they
don't
say.
you dare to, because the
Right.
moment she decides to leave is what? 7 times.
Yep.
That she's going to die.
Yep.
It's 7 times. So I would never tell no woman to leave that situation. What I'm gonna do is what we gonna do?
A
Give her
Safety plan.
safety plan.
Plan it
We're
out.
gonna get her an exit strategy, and it may take 5 years.
Yep.
It may
May
take
take 2.
Okay.
It might take a week.
It may take a week.
You just never know.
but you have to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, that's the
talking good,
same
Janet.
thing.
Yeah,
You
she
You see, I'm like,
Erica, this is what we do, baby. This is what we
We're
do.
gonna make a good advocate out of you yet,
Yeah,
baby.
We gonna get Sean in there. Sean gonna be doing it.
Girl, I'm not an advocate. I don't know, but
Sean be in there fighting. Hit her again. Sean been went to jail too. Lord, we be like, we need 2 bondsmen. Excuse me. We need to get Lil Sean too.
Right.
She was an
just
advocate.
come
She
get
works
me,
for us.
y'all. Come bail
be
me
like,
out.
call my
That's
sister,
it.
she my
Yeah, just
advocate.
call my sister.
We have to get her a
Yes.
GoFundMe. We got to get a GoFundMe to Sean. Our
That's why I
advocate
said
went to jail today.
just come get me.
That's right.
That's
we got
all.
you.
We gonna be
Come
there
get
too
me.
with our signs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Free Sean.
Free
Yeah.
Sean.
Bring my
Speaking of
dog.
signs, speaking of signs, LaChetta and Erica, speaking of that, all jokes aside, this police thing and us coming together, we closing the gap
Yeah.
for this
Yes.
domestic violence
Yes.
because people die like all the time, and you know people
Yes.
call me, did you hear about so and so, did you hear about this, and I say no, but I'm like, speaking of the police, we need to get some radio so we can be there,
Yeah.
you know, on the scenes to kind of support, you know, these families that's going through.
And the way
this
that they're
season.
talking now, like with policy reform and things of that nature, I'm sure they're gonna start asking for some true advocates.
Yeah.
Not just social workers.
Yeah.
but
Right.
trained advocates.
Yeah.
The ones that's in the trenches.
Because we out
Right.
here
Yeah.
on the Underground Railroad. I always tell people this the Underground Railroad, baby.
I'm telling you,
Right.
pick them up, zoom them where they got to go.
Okay.
I was so tired the other night. I put on Facebook like, I wish I could click my heels and be in my bed. But nope.
Right.
Sitting outside
tonight.
somebody's house like playing hard in the car. Click. Cheddar.
For real.
Cheddar, I need some blankets.
Erica's so tired too. She's like, I'm on my way. I'm like, baby girl, gone, girl. Put that cape on
get
and
it
go
done,
ahead.
though. We get it
that
done.
lap.
She get that bat
Yes.
signal.
Man.
Okay.
Absolutely.
the
Put
bat
that cape on and
signal.
keep
She sure
going.
do.
That's what we do.
Yeah, man. Life is good though. So, Sean, what's your SMH moment this last week? Our SMH moment is something that may have happened in the last week that makes you shake your head, giggle, think twice. It's been so much happening this week.
I know, so I'm trying to pick something.
It's so much. Wow.
And it went
Pick
by so
anything.
week. It's
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I'm
this
telling
week
you.
went fast.
It
What?
did.
It's my shaking my head moment.
And tomorrow is Friday.
Look, it's a lot of
Right.
things when we talk about. I seen a picture today of 50 Cent, but it looked like Mike Pence with the fly on his head.
Shut up!
It's crazy.
I had to send it to you. When I tell you, I screamed
Man.
in my bedroom. I was like,
Oh my God!
that. It was so
Look,
funny.
this was my shaking my head moment. It was a video of a lady. It was like a white lady in her panties or something in the store. She had a
This is real.
girl. Yes, like down in Texas somewhere. She was in there. I didn't even click. I don't know what she said, but she was in the liquor store. She had on some big panties on, like a sports bra top. She had a mask on. She had a tether on her leg.
No.
In the liquor store.
In what neighborhood was this?
This was like in Texas somewhere. It was just, it popped up on my timeline. I was like, what the hell?
It had to be
And they
warm.
was filming her. She was talking shit. But she was in there, her panties.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that made me shake
That was
my
wild.
head.
She was half-ass naked and had a tether on.
Wow.
She bought that
In the,
life.
yes, in the liquor store. She
Like,
was about that
baby.
life for real. But she had a mask on, though.
Wow.
She was masked up.
She was masked up.
Oh, speaking y'all, we do have our masks. We just
We do.
you know, making things happen.
Man,
Here.
over there.
Mine's right here somewhere. It's on top.
LaChetta,
Yes.
do you mind sharing what your SMH moment was this week?
Lord have mercy, yes. So my sister sent me this text from the Pence. I guess Pence was here as, you know, we doing an election. Everybody vote. It's very important. Please
Yes.
vote. Cast
And
your
vote
votes.
early.
Please vote. They have early voting. Vote, 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 vote. But my sister sends me this text. She screenshots or records her TV because it's on the news. And it's an African-American lady. She's at the Pence, what do you call those?
Like the rally.
Yeah. So she has a sign that says Black Women for Trump. So at the rally, no, it wasn't Pence. It was his son. So he points her out and, says, thank you for, your support, and I guess talks to her directly. So afterwards, the news, they talk to her. And on the news, she decides to say, she supports Trump and black voices and black women are for Trump. And they start talking about Kaepernick. And she said, ain't nobody doing no more kneeling. Kaepernick ain't my guy. I'm all about Jesus. Don't bring God into this. My Jesus ain't got nothing to do with this. And it was just, for me, a shaking my head moment. Because, okay, you vote for who you want to vote for. Right. But what does you voting have to do with him kneeling and Jesus? Like
you talking about everything.
Yeah, like you just put that doesn't even make sense. So ain't nobody worshiping
mental illness
him.
Is real.
Okay, it really is.
Like mental illness is real.
For me, that was just a shaking my head moment. Like, I'm embarrassed.
Right. Because she's saying black women.
Black voices, for Trump or something like that.
Yeah, I'm just like, that was the moment where I'm like, I can't even say anything.
Well, somebody chimed in and said, sister, I'm gonna try to say it in her voice. The House of Kadence needs you to come up here and partner with the Wolves Den up here in St. Peasy.
All right. Come on. Who is that? I love you, Ann. That's my sister.
Yes. You remember Ann in Minnesota?
Yeah.
That's my boo.
She was on the Zoom call with us that time. Okay.
All right.
I remember her. Hey, Ann.
Hey, Ann.
Shout out to Courtney.
Shout out to my cohort members.
Yes. So tell us about the cohort, LaChetta.
She would choose me.
Yeah, because Chris didn't sign up.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't know
We
nothing
needed
about
our
it.
all-star. You knew.
As we both just did. That's an off the camera, off the mic moment.
She so busy.
That was last year, right?
Yeah. You were busy.
so
You was all
They was
on
gonna
Dr.
tune me in
Phil.
this year, you know?
Getting
You was
checks
so
from Dr.
busy.
Phil. You was doing all that.
Okay.
Oh, she cut a Dr. Phil
That's
check.
what she cutting Dr. Phil's checks. Is what she doing, right? She cutting checks.
I gotta
to
catch
get
up.
rid
I
of
gotta catch up.
Right? She talking, big ball of grip right here. We just a little folks trying to catch up. Like,
I'm trying to catch up.
but no, our national cohort is awesome. We have Minnesota, we have Detroit, we have Texas.
That's it.
That's it, right? Just us, yeah. Okay. So we are come together. We are talking about the intersection between domestic violence and the child welfare system. So
in communities of color.
Need
community
reforming.
of colors. Yep. Need reforming.
And so that's the name of it, is reimagining the policies.
Oh, okay.
In the child welfare system.
And that's exactly what we're striving to do.
Because we know on that panel.
The children of color are all over the higher rate of foster care and CPS cases. You want to know why? We know why. Because of complicit biases, because, and I've had to have these conversations with coworkers, going into people's houses, and you can't go into this person's house with your nose tooted up, and because the way you clean doesn't necessarily mean that's the way they should clean.
Right.
You cannot put them in
you have not walked their road,
okay?
So you don't know.
And per policy, because a person is poor does not constitute them being neglectful. Poor and neglectful does not
Two different roles.
So therefore, when you have people with their own implicit biases going into these homes of color, then you're going to have a higher rate of children of color in care that should not have been. We received the case from Macomb County, and the child was taken because the mother was standing at the bus stop. It was cold outside.
Excuse me?
The baby had on a coat and a hat, but Black women, we talk to our children a little more aggressively. My mother told me to shut up.
Oh, yeah. I dropped
Couple times,
up
okay?
in a second.
All right, okay. How many Black children that grew up at least 70s, 80s, 90s, mama didn't tell them, I'm going to knock your head off if you say something else, so go get a switch, Okay? So she was talking aggressively to her son, and a non-color person saw it and called CPS, so they removed and said it was verbal abuse, which it was not. That's just
Dang, I'd be
Right.
locked up every day if
Okay.
somebody was
Ooh,
videoing
Lord.
me.
Okay, yeah.
I'd have been
But-
gone. Locked up.
Okay, you know,
Don't
They
let
won't let me out.
right. But
Girl.
and it's stuff like that, okay? And I have one more story, then we're gonna get off of this, but regarding this, I had a coworker. He was new, he was a male, he was white. He was doing an interview of a mother. Okay, so the mother was in there.
See, this the
we're
inside
animated,
scoop, y'all.
right?
This the inside
This
scoop.
inside, right? So we're animated, right? We are beautiful queens, okay? And we are animated. When we talk, we use our hands, we use our eyes. You know, we may stand up and we use all of our bodies when we're talking, especially when we hype, right?
Right.
So what is this, ladies?
Your head
Yeah,
itch.
it's itching.
Okay.
Gotta pat that weed.
Pat that weed. Okay, Beyonce made a song about it, right? Pat that
Right.
weed, ladies, right? So sis had a weave. So as she's telling her story, or during the interview, she goes to pat her head, right?
Because she might be getting a perm tomorrow, though.
Could be that too, right? Because
you
she could have
can't
been getting a
scratch.
perm because you can't scratch because either one is a pat, right? So she's constantly patting her head during this whole interview. He gets up and runs out the room, says, "I'll be back." He comes to
Do
the
you think
back.
she had lice?
No, he thought
Okay,
she was
because black
having
people
a-
don't get lice.
No, we don't. Thank the
sure
Lord for
don't.
that. Thank
Glory to
you.
God.
Okay. No, he thought she was having a mental breakdown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he was.
Sean,
Yeah.
this is what we deal with, baby.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Now
I'm
you see why I be
learning.
like,
Learn
he was
something every day.
running.
Right.
Okay.
Good
so he
Lord.
was coming to the back. So that when that happens, there's a lot more that happens back there. So that's what he was coming to initiate that. So when he came to us, thank God, we were the first people he saw, and so we're asking, "What's going on? What's happening? This such case. Okay, yeah, I got okay. What okay? What she say?" And so he goes to, go back over it, and when he starts saying she beating herself in the head, what do you mean she beating herself in the head? That don't make sense.
Oh, wow.
So I said, well, when one of my coworkers said, well, show me what she doing, beating herself in the head.
Right.
Because that sounds like, oh, we really do need to do something. Like, who does that? That's not
Right.
normal. So when he starts showing us what she was doing, we all just bust out laughing. Like, are you kidding me?
Right.
Like,
Like you joking,
no,
right?
she is scratching her head. So I'm saying, I'm going to go in there with you. So went in there really just to be an observer to see, how are you doing this, And then I started talking to her. Took over the interview, and I'm like, no, she's fine. This is what black women do when you have a weave, or like you said, about to get a perm, you cannot scratch your head, but she had a weave, so she was scratching her head. But because of that, if we wasn't there to intercept that, how many times have that happened?
And the
Right.
thing is,
Follow?
it's no lack of experience also, because you can come in with a degree and have read a good book, but at the same time, you're not experienced enough to take on, the different cases that come, because you're not familiar with our culture. It's a cultural thing. So, they not accustomed to our culture, and they
Right.
just have a job, from them
Right.
getting a degree. So, different people are placed in different situations. So it leads to, in that woman's case, she would have got her children taken, different things happen from people being unknowledgeable, So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's sad.
That
So that's
is.
what we do in the cohort.
Yeah, we
That's
and
something
storytelling is important.
Yeah.
Sharing these stories and our own personal experiences and people that we know, friends, things we heard about in our work environment and things that we've grown, accustomed to that aren't normal. Like stuff like that, that's not normal. Why would you say someone has a mental illness because
Instantly.
her head itches?
And that
Right.
could have been on her record.
He
coulda just
coulda
asked, well, are you
asked her,
okay?
ma'am? Is something wrong with your head?
Right. Are
And
you
that would have
okay?
diffused
And
it.
she
And
would
then
say,
she just said,
"Oh,
"Oh no, it's just itching. This is what we do."
Yeah.
Okay, and
My
then
weave
carry
itch.
on.
My,
Right.
It's time for me to
Yes.
take this sewing off.
Yes.
Right.
For real.
Right. Right.
And as soon as you
Yeah.
can help me get stable tonight, I might be able to wash my hair.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Because see, that's
Absolutely.
the
Do your
other part.
job.
I thank God for the training and the leadership of Sheila Umi Hankins.
Yes.
Yay.
Shout out to Umi.
Yes.
Yes.
And Umi's going to be here next week.
Yay.
Umi's gonna be here
Thank
next
you,
week.
Umi.
Yes.
I remember when me and her, she allowed me to co-facilitate in Lansing to all of the shelter directors and executive directors. And I was kind of like tagged as the linguistics person, the language person, to translate for this room of non-Black
Black
people.
people.
What we mean when we say certain things, and the first thing is, reforming how you do intakes.
Yes.
Reforming how you see. One, we did a activity where we passed out sticky notes and they didn't know we were going to collect them. And Omi asked them, what do you think about women of color when they come into your shelter? What are some of the biases, some of the things, the stereotypes that you've heard about black women? And they were scribbling.
Oh, they had a lot, huh?
She gave me that. I was, thank you. They was like, oh, no, tug of war. No, I take that. Thank you, and put them on the wall.
Wow, what that look like?
Baby.
That was powerful.
You see, I was like,
Ooh. And put them on the wall. So people could see this is how you feel about a particular group of people.
So how you supposed to serve them?
We don't get no help.
That you here to help.
How you
I was about
supposed
to say,
serve
and these are the
them?
people that's supposed to help us.
Come on.
And this is the reason why. So if this is what you think of me,
Come on.
what kind of services am I supposed to get?
I'm not getting none.
You're not getting
and I'm going to
none.
turn away at the
You're
store.
not gonna care.
That's
We
the
don't
thing.
trust you.
Ask me some questions about myself.
Yes.
You see me patting my head.
Ask a
Don't just
question.
assume that I've lost my mind and my children, and I'm unstable and I can't take care of my children. No, ask me, am I hungry?
Right.
Ask me, do I need a nap?
Right.
Absolutely.
Ask me if you can have this
A
interview
pillow.
with me tomorrow.
Right.
After I take a bath and wind
Yes.
down as much as I can in
Right.
this foreign building
Yeah.
that I don't know nothing about.
And I don't know
I don't know
about
if it's
you.
really clean. My baby's up in here with me. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm thinking about
Right.
my mama, my sister. I'm thinking about Eric because we all as survivors, and we're all survivors at this table.
Yes.
So we can identify and understand
Yes.
what that feels like when you get victimized. You start thinking about everybody else around you. How does my circumstance hurt everybody in my
else.
family? You don't think about how you're necessarily going to get out.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're thinking about, oh my God, now my mama about to be crying and worried. Now my daddy about to be calling me, trying to drive. Just come take me somewhere.
My
You know?
cousin's about to be a
Now
hole
my
in this.
cousin, my cousin's about to be some good
Because
play.
Pookie said, you put your hands on me again.
Cornbread
Cornbread coming
pound
through.
cake chicken.
Okay. Because now I got to worry about my cousins going to jail because my cousins is body. Okay.
And I remember even with my sexual assault, when I did the documentary, because my family didn't know. I had so many cousins like, where the nigga at now? Did you tell me about this when it happened? Why you didn't say nothing?
Because we already know what they'll do.
Yeah. And we protect. Women are protective.
We are.
We are so protective, even of our, the perpetrator. We protect them.
Yeah.
For so many reasons why we protect them. you
Right.
know? So the thing is that when
we feel we can work it out.
Yeah.
Right.
And the
We
thing
can
is,
fix it.
as
We're
a service
fixers.
provider,
Yeah, we
Yes.
fixers.
don't re-victimize me. Some of the questions
Right.
you asking is
And then it
re-victimizing
make
me
you
and triggering me right
yes,
now.
triggering you or making you feel embarrassed and ashamed.
Yeah.
Or making it feel like it's your fault.
Yes. And the
Especially
problem
in sexual abuse.
Yeah.
Yes. The problem is that when you have these situations, you have to go through so many different systems.
Yeah.
Right. And each system has their own policies, procedures, intakes, questions that has to be asked by a particular time frame.
Right.
So with each system, now I done had to tell my story 4 different times.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
I don't want to talk no more.
I don't want to talk about it no
Right.
more.
But that's crazy you saying that, Cheddar, because back in 1998 and things of that nature, they didn't even ask about if you're in a domestic violence situation.
Nope.
I mean, they used to ask, like now in the doctor's offices and different things like that.
Somebody got a second phone?
Yeah.
It's not mine.
Who? It sounds like sorry, y'all.
Back then, somebody they didn't even have domestic violence questions or even had a consideration. So it has really populated after a period of time.
Miss Miles.
Miss Miles is balling. Didn't I tell y'all she's balling?
Bones.
Wow. Okay.
Look, we got everybody looking around like
And
for
it's
real.
Miss Miles.
And
And
she's
it's Miss
wild,
Miles.
like, it's not me.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Whole time.
Ball.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, it's really things have really came a long way. from where they used to be pertaining to domestic violence. Because now, even when you go to the doctor's office, they ask you, have you been in a domestic violence situation?
Yes.
They ask you at the social service now. And when I was experiencing domestic violence, none of those, people didn't even care. I mean, so at least we are halfway to our goal to help victims of domestic violence.
And I just want to give a shout out to, like Erica said, the Detroit police. Okay, I want to give them a shout out because once again, because what they did for the family and just in domestic violence period, they've done a lot of training because again, it was a time when they did have to. They come out, somebody got to go to jail. And it doesn't matter if it's the victim or the perpetrator. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
Someone has to go to jail. But we also know when police are coming out, the domestic violence call are some of the most dangerous calls.
Yes, they are.
Their lives are
because they don't know what they're walking into.
They don't know what they're walking into. And those are some of the most dangerous times that a police officer can lose their life also. Because once a perpetrator loses power and control, it's a wrap. Because he's going to do any and everything he can do to make sure he hold on to that power and that control. And that's you. You know?
Wow.
So
Sean, how you feeling about all this information? Because we just
good
rattling it off.
You know, learn something. That's all right. I'm taking it all in. I'm like, yeah.
She's in training. She will be.
I am in training.
Yeah.
So learn something new every day. So I'm enjoying it because it's just stuff that I don't know about, but I'm learning.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so my sister is like, you know.
I mean, even in your position at your job, to be able to identify it on work. You know what I mean? Because the one young lady that we had to relocate this week on an extreme emergency basis, her HR person called me.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? The office person called. Because they were like, look, because y'all know you be writing people up. Some be writing people up.
What? Girl. All right, Sean.
Some be like, you ain't got no time. You ain't got no time. No vacation for you.
I'm not technically HR, but I assist HR. I'm administrative assistant at my job, so I am the administrative assistant to the general manager. But most of my work that I do is HR related. So
so they had noticed her
writing up and
attendance
stuff. Like with attendance, I do all the attendance tracking.
So when they had that conversation with her about her attendance, that's how it started to come out.
Where it came out. Yeah.
So,
and that's good for the job. You know,
it
instead of firing her, you know, they
because sometimes they get warnings. So I send out warnings, you know, right up and then. Shut up, Erica.
I'm going to warn you.
Yeah, they get warnings before they get fired.
I'll be on the phone with Sean. We be on the phone all day while she get at work. Sean be like, first of all, see this lady right here?
Yeah.
My trigger finger, I'm ready.
I be on it. Like, I be serious. I don't be playing with them. You better come to work. Right. Get in here. And then if you got a problem, come tell us because we got people. We got a HR trainer. We got people to help you. Right. Like, come tell us what's going on.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
What's
so
in your cup,
that.
girl? Or wind down moment.
Quavo margarita. Oh, and I did remember my SMH moment. It was a good moment.
Yeah, what was your SMH moment?
So Sunday, me and some of my cousins, I got a lot of girl cousins. So we try to get together every now and then, like for brunch or something. We got together for brunch, kind of like dinner. It was about 3:00. So that was a good day. Yeah. Just the ladies chit-chatting and, you know, giggling. So shout out to Poop, Delita.
Oh, hey, Poop.
Sam.
All right.
Hey, Sam.
Ken, Kitty,
Hey,
Beto. Yeah. Hey, family. So, yeah, we got together.
That's good.
And everybody couldn't come, but, you know, we try to get together. Thank you, girl. I'm trying.
You got some rest or something?
Girl, a little bit. I didn't feel like it, though. Sound like I had been running.
Really?
Yeah, but the past couple of nights, I done got a little rest, but.
Good.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So that was
got two.
Oh, what's your SMH moment?
I got two.
What?
Oh, go ahead.
I will make one real quick.
We done been talking so much.
Yeah, we been talking.
Y'all can't come back no more.
Script. We off script. Sometimes, we off script today. But go ahead.
This kind of personal, but I just want everybody to know. I mean, because we talking about domestic violence. We talking about. We didn't even talk about the pink of the cancer, and
we
just so happily,
my
nobody in my family, praise God, have had to deal with cancer, so I thank God for that.
Amen.
That we had to never experience that. But however, me and my sisters got together. Shouts out to my sisters. We got together and we just had a good day. It was called Tequila Tacos, and
Amen.
you know when your sisters and family, and you know family don't get together like they used to.
Yeah.
Right. And I just think family, you know, if you know what's going on with your sister, your family, you can assist them. You know, when we talk about safety plans, you don't know until y'all get together, because some people ain't gonna just tell you my boyfriend beating on me or what have you. So we got together and then we powwowed, and some, you know, things get you know, laid on the table. So I kind of appreciate that. And second, for my SMH, is that what y'all call it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
SMH moment.
See, I'll be slow.
Yeah, that's all
I'm
right.
catching up. I'm catching up.
You got it.
I got a call from CBS, you know, so we gonna put that in the atmosphere. God is good. He
Come
moving
on.
on some
Yeah.
good prayers that was
Yeah.
going
Come on
out.
now.
So just know that things gonna change around here. So some
Won't
things,
he
you
do
know,
it?
they called me. So I'm looking forward to some new
Amen.
things to transpire this year, if not 2021.
It's going
So
down.
it's
Yes,
going down.
it's
so
going down.
just, you know, cover us, because you know the devil mad. So we gonna, you know, shake it off. We gonna keep it moving this
That's
year.
right.
So
Yeah.
I got that phone call. So I was like,
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I had an aha moment, as they say. Yeah, I had an aha
Yes.
moment. So.
Fun fact. Look,
Yeah.
Fun fact.
I'm going to be on CBS.
Right. Get into it.
I just had to, you know,
claiming it.
show off right quick.
Yeah.
on that.
That's
Because I don't do it
Go
too
ahead.
often.
Did I
You
not
know,
tell
this
y'all,
the place
Miss
to do it.
Miles? This is the millionaire.
Look.
We trying to play catch
man,
up.
man.
Like we trying to touch and
Yeah,
agree.
y'all hold me up, because I be in the trenches, you know, and I be
Yeah.
like focused. So, you know,
Yeah.
Get it off the mud.
yeah. I brought my war jacket for real.
Yeah,
Look, I
that's why I
got
said
it.
we ready
Yes.
for war.
And
Let's go.
also, so what's in your cup, Ms. Miles? How do you wind down?
Hey,
Happy birthday,
it's,
boo.
It's empty,
happy
but on the
birthday.
50th, you know, I couldn't bring, you know, this.
I brought
You could have
mine.
brought it. We ain't gonna
But you know,
tell.
this is my little 50 mug, Chi-Town in the house.
Where
They
does she
took
need to
care
hold
of
it
me,
at,
you
Ma?
know.
That is beautiful.
So, yeah, I had to do my little 50 purple.
Yes.
All right.
That's so cute.
That is.
Yes.
So it's empty because I need to get filled up. So I came with y'all to get filled
Filled
up because
up.
y'all was
Amen.
already filled up. So
Amen.
I had to reverse that on y'all today.
All right.
Hey.
We over here filling cups.
Yes.
Right.
That's what's up. And Cheddar, how do you wind down?
Right now, honestly, I wind down with prayer.
Amen.
Yeah, I wind my day down with prayer.
Yay, meditate.
Yes,
got
I
to.
meditate on the word. I let go. I release. I cast down, and I release the positivity, forgiveness, you know, and let it go. So I'm really sipping on ice water.
Forgiveness.
needed.
Did you say
It's
forgiveness?
It's needed.
Literally.
Forgiveness.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
word.
You just drop it off?
I just drop it off.
You drop it off?
I
So
just
how you drop it off?
I just drop it off. I say,
Do
I
you drop it
forgive.
low, low?
Let it go.
Drop and roll.
You know, it's a continued process.
Okay.
Because today
All
I
right.
say, you know, this thought or these feelings may come back up for whatever reason. I could be brushing my teeth and something happened 40 years ago. You're like, you just mad again. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I forgive you. I forgive myself and I let them
So you
go.
keep saying it.
And I keep saying
All
it.
right.
But not only do I keep saying it, I have to replace it with something. So
Okay.
I'm letting
That's
this go.
good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's
so
good.
when I let this go, what am I replacing it with? I'm replacing it with compassion. I'm replacing it with understanding, you know. So because sometimes people can offend you, but they didn't mean to offend you. It's just how you took it depending on what you're going through that moment. You know, so just
Exactly.
letting it go.
Amen.
So you got to replace it with something. So
That's
I always
good.
replace
Fill
it
up.
with
Yeah, that's
Fill up.
good.
Okay. And then I'm always gonna look for the positive out of everything and everybody.
That's what's
All
up.
right.
For the glow up. No.
Laser beam focus. Laser beam focus.
There you go. That's what we talking about.
That laser
2021.
beam focus.
Yes.
Man, God is so good.
Yeah.
I,
Man.
All the
I can't
time.
talk a
Y'all
whole
want me to
lot.
sing?
Oh, Cheddar, your poem. You're going to close us with the poem.
Oh,
Your
that
closing
sounds good.
words,
Okay.
Yeah.
And we still got to talk about cancer. 'Cause
I mean, y'all
do we
supposed
have
to be
time?
and
We don't
talk
have
about
time.
it.
Oh Lord,
Well,
we
I wore
done.
my pink.
Right.
Yeah, I did
Okay.
bring. I got my ribbon. And my pen. This was actually my mommy's pen. I lost my mom last year to breast cancer.
Our condolences.
Thank you. But it says, keep calm and save boobs.
Yes,
All
save the
right.
boobies.
That's cool.
Save the
Yes.
boobies.
Yes.
But yeah.
You got your pink polish on too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shauna
So I'm
always be
trying to,
cute.
represent.
Yes.
Last year I was like bitter about it, because I had just lost this. I'm like, I'm not doing that. They were like, you gotta wear pink to work. I'm like, I'm growling.
Yeah.
and
Who want to
stuff.
see that?
Yeah,
Right.
but so now I'm trying
Right,
to,
everybody up. You
Right.
get it right
So
up.
now-
You get it right up.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I was in
October.
there rolling my ass bad. Like,
Right.
Whoever
I
got
don't
on
got nothing pink
must
to
go.
wear.
Right.
But yeah, so I'm trying to, bring awareness
Good.
and put it out there.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
Mammograms is important.
Mammograms
Very
are important.
much,
I just got a mammogram a few weeks ago.
Just got
So
mine
negative,
Saturday.
no cancer.
Amen.
Yes. Amen.
Amen. So get your mammograms,
Yes.
ladies.
Yes.
Yeah, Caleb came from going to get mammograms and be like, what? I want to take a break.
It's a process.
I'm not fooling with you.
You a mess. You a
So,
mess.
yeah.
Caleb popped right on up. Like,
Uh-huh. Now I got a sense of
Yes,
humor,
Carmen.
don't he? And look, we both got a Caleb.
Yes, we both have
We
a
both
Caleb.
got
really?
Calebs. Yeah.
Oh.
yeah, so my wind down this week, because I don't care to share like all the details in this week, but some very stressful things came up, and checking your mental health, right? Making sure that I'm thinking correctly, making sure that you can cross check some things with your closest, most trusted people.
Yeah.
Amen.
And so I was able to wind down by talking to two people extremely close to me in my life last night, and just making sure that I'm not okay and that fear is not going to consume me.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Amen.
Or the unknown, or people that may have ill intentions or just a ill life cannot come into my space. And being prepared to put that buffer, being prepared to remove people that need to be removed unapologetically.
Amen.
So that was very interesting.
Charge it.
Oh,
Only
okay.
on 1%.
Oh, I'm sorry, boss.
That's okay. That's okay.
But that's good, Erica, because that's what I was talking about with the sisters. Because some things you don't know until that environment is presented.
And then the thing about for me is I'm very private, right?
Yeah.
And I don't like talking about a lot of stuff that bothers me or makes me feel anxious or nervous.
Me
But
too.
this thing just kept coming into my mind, and I didn't like it.
Distraction.
And so, although God was blessing me with these mountain highs all week, the enemy always tries to come to bring you down for
And
a
distract
valley
you.
moment.
Yeah, he distracts you.
I've often told people, that with every mountain high moment, expect a valley
Valley low.
low.
Yeah.
And you have to be
Yeah.
prepared and strong enough to move forward. And so I just, I don't have to say any names, but anybody who is listening who knows, they know.
All right.
And I appreciate the words of encouragement. I appreciate the time taken out to sit with me and talk to me and put the plan together. Like this what we doing.
Okay.
Like this how you moving and keep
And
it
that's
moving.
it.
Yes.
That's it. Because I am tough. Because I am strong. Because I
Amen.
am resilient. Because I am smart. Because I do pay attention and I don't play no games. So I'm thankful for
That's
that.
why that's
but
my
that's
friend.
how I wind down this week in particular.
Okay.
And what's in my cup?
What's in your cup?
What's in your cup?
What's in your cup, girl?
Yeah. To celebrate the people that I talk to, they are cognac drinkers.
Oh.
So I brought it back again this week.
Hey.
1738 ginger ale. Because
really?
I can't just do dark. I can't. I gotta put a ginger
Put
ale
something
in
in
mine.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had it with ginger ale. That's why I was like, oh, really?
Yeah, it's good. You want to try it?
No.
Yeah.
Oh. We were loving on our survivor. I'm so proud of her. She got a new line
Yeah,
of
I
beauty
gotta-
brushes coming out.
Yes.
And I didn't even bring the card.
Yes. And shouts out to all the watchers that viewed us today and listened in.
Yes,
We appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Chetta had told me about a poem that she wanted to share with us. Is that okay, Sean?
Yeah, it's okay.
Look at Sean. Boss.
Right.
Go
We have to
ahead,
get
Chetta.
permission.
Let everybody
Yes.
get your snaps.
Wait, I need the phone back, and
I know you was gonna say that.
I know.
You ain't ready.
Okay, so as I'm prepared to do this poem, I do want to say my family has been affected by cancer so many times. My father lost his battle with leukemia several years ago. I've had two first cousins pass away literally weeks apart from lung cancer. So cancer sucks.
Cancer
Yes,
sucks.
And I can't stand it. But this poem I'm gonna do really quickly. It's called "I Love My Parents." I was at a training and it triggered me. A guy was standing up talking about the different things that he went through as a child, and it triggered some thoughts and memories in me that I went through that was same. But my reaction was different from his. His was from an angry spot. Mine was I love my parents. So I did a poem.
Me too.
This is the first time I've ever actually did this. So not too many people, or maybe 3 people have heard this poem. It's called I Love My Parents. I love them. Abusive, accusative, aggressive, mean, mad, passionate, caring, loving, soft, protective, deep, strong, faithful, God-fearing. I love my father. I love him. I remember waking up to loud booms, running toward the sound to see my father sitting on top of my mother, choking her face bleeding, me crying, saying, "Daddy, stop, get off my mommy." Hear my mommy plead with him, saying, "Please stop, she's right here." I hear the sounds of Scarfo crying, grunting, cussing, hate, being kidnapped. But was I really? I was playing a game with my father. He and I sat on the floor in the front seat while his friend drove. Who could be the stillest was the name of the game. And you know I won. I love my father. I love him. I remember being pulled out of a slowly moving car by my mother as we ran. No, she ran. I was dragged, all in an attempt to catch the nearest bus. I remember sitting in the front seat of my aunt's car, my parents fighting again. My mother pulling out of the driveway and my father throwing a brick in the passenger side window, just missing me. And now I'm covered in glass, not understanding why they fight. I love my mother. I love her. I remember going to church, being taught about God, being baptized, being loved. I remember his hugs, his kisses, him running through the house playing with me. I remember him buying me everything and telling me I'm his joy. I remember him opening doors for me, him sharing, being kind, caring for me, loving me. But I don't remember them loving each other. I love my mother. I love her. I remember being told, you better not go to school and say nothing. What goes on in my house stays in my house. You better not tell no one my business. I remember being silenced. I remember keeping secrets. I love my mother. I love her. She's on the phone crying again, calling family to come get us. I can't believe he did this again. Her pain, her hurt. My mama crying. So I'm crying. I love my mother. I love her. Remember being at family's house as they comfort her. I'm told to go in the room and play and don't come out. But I have to use the bathroom, and it so happens to be near the living room. So I can see them surrounding her, wiping her tears. But no one surrounds me and wipe mine. We're going to stay with my family for a while. I can't see my father or talk to him. I know he's calling me because I can see it in their face when the phone rings. I'm rushing to the room to play. No, just go outside and play. Hey, look, it's my daddy. I love my mother. I love her. Running through the house, playing, laughing, being told to sit your tail down and shut up now. Feeling the anger, the regret, the pain, the hate. She's always yelling at me. Do she love me? Does she even like me? What did I do? I love my mother. I love her. She don't play with me. She won't talk to me. She's so angry. No hugs, no kisses, no love. Am I her gloom? Am I the reason they fight? I remember being 6 years old. I love my parents. I love them. Please stop the violence.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful.
I love it.
Yep.
Go, girl.
Yes.
And so, LaChetta, real quick, because we are just seconds over, and Chacrice, just look directly into your camera and tell people how they can reach you in your organization.
Me first, okay. You can reach me at the House of Kadence on Facebook and Instagram, and I do not know our phone number. I'm
That's all right.
sorry. But if you go to any one of those sites or the website, thehouseofcadence.com, all of our contact information is there.
You can reach Transition 123 at 1-877-GOD-CAN-9. That's 1-877-GOD-CAN-9. And you can also reach us on Facebook at Facebook, Transition 123 INC. And you can reach us on our website. Come and volunteer. We need more volunteers. Consider this a COVID. You can go on our website, www.transition123inc.org.
That's what's up. And Sean, how
Yes.
can the folks reach you, honey? LaShawn, who knows something about that single mommy?
I know all about it, girl. You can reach me at Miss Gilmore 74 on Instagram. Oh, I forgot my camera. Hey, Miss Gilmore 74 on Instagram, and LaShawn Gilmore on Facebook.
All right. So I think we did a great job today.
Yeah,
We did good work.
Yes, good job, ladies.
It was an honor to
Yes.
be here. Thank
Yes,
you, ladies,
it
for
was.
inviting me.
Thank
You had a
you.
Thank
wonderful
you
time.
for coming.
We just ask that
I enjoyed
everyone,
you guys.
Continue to tune in every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, like our Facebook page.
Yes.
You can find us on YouTube. You need to search podcast Single Mommy
Mommy
Hustle
Hustle.
in order to find us, and you can watch the entire full first season there. As we continue to grow and build, we will have our shirts available, and hopefully we'll have some new tumbler cups.
Yeah. Single mommy hustle.
Okay.
Hustle.
I
Hustle.
wore hustle. I wore my shirt to the city county building, and the male security guard was like, "I like your shirt, mama." I was like, "Oh, I know you do."
Right.
How you doing?
Right.
So yes, thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you again next Thursday. Thank you to Podcastic. And we are powered by Supreme Transitions. If you want to adopt a survivor this month, you can go to our website. Just click on the link through Facebook. Supreme Transitions has all of our contact information there. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.